For the longest time, I used to say these things to myself.
You might think that I'm smart, but I'm not.
I am not a math person.
Absolutely abysmal student.
And I used to talk about it like it was a flex. Over the past several months, what I've realized is that this sort of self-talk is what is exactly getting in the way of all of my students being successful. There is something called the self-fulfilling prophecy. When enough people tell you something about yourself, you start to tell yourself that same narrative about yourself, and that narrative about yourself is the lens through which you conduct all of your business. When you remove that lens, when you change the narrative, you start to build a brand new identity from which you will be able to learn anything. You will be able to do anything. I know now that when you put yourself under stress, when you already are defeating yourself before you even begin something, you make your chances of success that much less likely. First of all, when you stress yourself out, you are not even giving your brain an opportunity to move out of the emergency mode and into a mode of like openness and ready to absorb more lessons and to create more new understandings. I continue to see over and over again with my students that number one, they're already self-defeating themselves before they even begin. Number two is that nothing is wrong with them. Nothing is wrong with them. Not even when it comes to learning math or statistics or writing a paper, no matter what they tell themselves. In school, it is so much more likely that they were rushed through the foundational steps of a subject. Yeah, it does come more naturally to some people, but that does not mean that it's off limits for the rest of us forever. Every single one of my students now I work with, we slow down, we go back to the beginning, we create a much stronger foundation, because when you have a strong foundation, then you can start to build on top of it. Honestly, and I know this to be true because I've done it myself and I've done it with almost thousands of students at this point. When I strengthen their foundation and I return to a place of calm and a place of encouragement, and if they need me to re-explain something 100 different times so they can finally understand it, that is so much more important. That solid foundation is buildable forever. I don't just teach the subject. I teach skills that are reproducible in any class, in any scenario. My students now, with the skills that I teach them, they can learn anything. I consider them invincible. This is the only way that I teach now. My best advice to you is to find a mentor, find a teacher, find a tutor who will take that time with you. Back it up. Go look at the foundation of the information that you're working with, even if it means getting a little bit behind in the class that you're in. Because once you have that foundation, everything else will start to make sense. Your confidence at the end of your course will be all the proof that you ever need. Here's my message for 2026. Stop identifying yourself with old narratives. This is a good time to start identifying yourself with the person that you really want to be. If you need me, my calendar is open, my courses are linked, and I hope this helps.